Think your paycheck is safe from public opinion? We're putting total strangers, you, on the spot, you mixers, with one simple question. No resumes. We don't need that. Just vibes, and we're going to guess. Because today is tax day, and that means you can put us on the spot with... I know.
Boo, taxes.
With tax day
Sorry.
this week. Tell us what you do. We're going to try and guess how much you make. It's Elizabeth and Radar, 414-432-1099. Stay anonymous, and then all you have to do is tell us what you do for a living. We'll ask some questions about how long you work. Is this a full-time gig? You've gone to school for this?
Yeah, what's your education background?
kind of
How long
thing?
have you been doing this? This is a tradition that we do every year on tax day. And every year, there's always quite a few of you that will tell us your job title. We learn a little bit about it, and we're always surprised. Surprised at maybe how much you make, or surprised at what you do for a living and maybe how little you make. And like we mentioned, you are totally anonymous.
Don't have to tell us your name. Nope.
Nope. We don't have to, and we're not going to ask you the actual place that you work, just your job title. And then, like Radar said, ask a couple of questions. How long you been there?
414-432-1099. Call now. We're going to see. You tell us what you do. We're going to try and guess what you make on the mix.
One of my favorite things that we do.
This is a fun one.
Every year. We got producer Will on the phones, screening the calls.
Let's see if you can guess. As well. You can always comment on that.
Ooh, we've got Profession on line one. Little teaser for you all that I've never heard of before in my life.
What is that?
I don't even know what this job is. I don't even know what this job is that line one's doing. So we're going to have to ask a lot of questions, Radar.
Interesting.
All right, let me put you on hold, and we'll get you in just a second.
Every line is lit up. Radar, cue for a second.
Whoa. There is some pretty technical sounding professions.
Yeah, we've got
in our
another
messages
title.
today. These will be good. These will be good.
Love this.
This is fun to find out what you do. Everybody wants to brag about their job.
Hello? Hi, this is The Mix. What is your profession? Oh, okay.
Interesting.
You said a radiologist. Oh, okay. Got it. Radiology. Cool. All right.
All right, minute 30. We're going to go live, everybody.
Find some people here. Ooh. You might have heard producer Will say radiology technologist.
Did you all get your taxes done?
Wow. Oh.
Uh,
Go through the fun ones.
go
through them.
We could even do two.
Sure. We can do a couple of different batches. That'd be good.
Mhm.
Hi, what is your profession?
All right, we got 1 minute and we're going to go.
Oh. These are fun. I like them.
What was that?
This is always so enlightening.
I better know, swearing this will be
Doing
the
the what do you
Maybe
do
a little bit of a
and how much do you make? So everybody's anonymous.
yeah. This is good stuff.
We just get their job title and we got to guess.
And we're going in
We got
30
Shelly
seconds.
Johnson. Good morning from Watertown. Shelly, my in-laws are in Watertown. They had the hail. They had their driveway, the culvert overflowed their driveway. What was the damage by you, Shelly?
All right, light cycle deployment specialist. Hold on, we're coming to you next, okay?
What does that even mean?
Okay, cool. put you on hold, and we'll get to you maybe in just a few minutes.
What do you do for a living? We're going to try and guess how much you make around tax time. We love playing this game. You got Elizabeth and Radar. And welcome to the show, Anonymous, who is a light cycle deployment specialist.
What even is that?
What do you, yeah.
I mean, I'm not. I don't need to be anonymous. I mean, I've been on the radio a lot with you guys. It's IT William.
IT William.
It is
Yeah.
IT William. Oh wow,
Okay.
IT William, you're willing to go on the record about what you
Yeah.
make, which tells me you make a pretty batty salary
Uh-huh.
that you're willing to go publicly with your name.
He's laughing already.
He says that he's an ethical scammer, right? You're an ethical.
No.
Well, you
So okay. So
because you want to
my
find
real-
the scams.
so my day-to-day job is a life cycle deployment specialist. Everything else is basically side income.
Oh, okay. So let's go to
the
the.
hacking and the bug bounties and
Sure.
all of that is just
But
stuff
what-
that I do as like a hobby inside.
So
What
this-
do you do? What is it?
So I actually go out to people's, I guess, like jobs, and I will life cycle their computers. So if they have
Light cycle meaning what? What do you mean light cycle?
So when I mean life cycle, so if like a computer's like really, really old, we'll come in with new ones, and we will give the end user a new computer.
Okay.
Wait, life cycle or light cycle?
Life cycle.
Life like LIFE.
Life cycle
Okay.
deployment
Life cycle.
specialist. Okay,
Life
well, let's talk about
cycle.
your education. Do you have your master's? Did you go to college? What's your highest level of education?
I just high school. I have not. Books are not me. I just read and do things to learn.
Hands on. You're
But you're very smart and you're very articulate, and you've been on the show several times and have helped us with all of these scams and things like that. How long have you been doing this for?
Just over a year.
Ooh, okay, so you're new at the job. I'm gonna say 90,000. Radar, what do you
We're
think?
gonna drop it down a little bit and say $70,000 a year.
Okay, so are we
Okay.
high or low?
Very, very high.
We're very, very high. What?
$10 an hour. Sorry,
50?
Still high.
25,000.
Low.
30. 35.
You're getting a little bit closer.
40?
Roughly around.
Around 40.
But you say you have other
$1,000.
jobs to supplement your income.
Yeah, right.
Sure. If
Oh.
we were including that, it's a little closer to 50.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, but you love the job.
Absolutely. I love IT. I love doing anything technology based.
Wow. Well, we really appreciate that you guys are willing to be on the show and help us out. And I think I have so much respect for you that you put your name on it. You're like, this
You
is my
said, "This is what I
salary.
do."
This is what I do.
But people come to you and they're like, how do I do this? How do I stop this scammer? And you're so smart about it too, IT William. Yeah, that's awesome. We love it. Thank you so much for doing that for free when you call into the show.
I
By
know,
the way,
free advice. I feel like we should be paying you. Thanks so much
Thanks,
for calling
buddy.
in.
Good talking to you again. All right, let's go over to the diagnostic medical stenographer. Did I get that correct?
Stenographer.
Stenographer. Okay.
Stenographer.
Stenographer.
Okay.
Okay.
We are playing the game here of, what do you do and how much do you make? Because taxes are due this week. So tell us about your job. What is the diagnostic medical stenographer?
So another term would be ultrasound tech.
Okay.
Ultrasound. Is this full time?
I work 36 hours a week.
So that's considered full time, I would think. FTE 101. Have you gone to school for this and how long?
It's a 2-year program.
2 years. Okay.
So, okay, got it. An associates. And how long have you been there? Are you in management?
I am not. I've been doing this for 18 years.
18 years.
Wow.
That's a long time, which means that pay has gone up, hopefully, every single year.
Ultrasound. And
But
you're just
the
doing the ultrasound. You don't read the readings. You're just doing the ultrasounds.
Correct.
Okay.
All right. Well, the 36-hour part is what throws me off. So if I had to guess your salary, I would say I would go about $45,000 is where I would be at. Radar, what about you?
I'm going to go a little bit lower and say 36,000.
36,000
I'm
for
just gonna-
36 hours.
I'm
a
just
week.
trying to branch it out here. What is it? Are we close?
No,
Okay, higher or lower?
you're low.
Oh, 60,000.
Still low.
70,000.
Low.
90,000.
Low.
$120,000 a year.
100,000
Pretty close.
for
Wow.
36 hours a week. $100,000. 2
And the
years
two-
of school. Okay, if you want to hear what that was, everyone, the diagnostic medical sonographer and an ultrasound. That's an incredible salary
Yes, it is one of the highest paid jobs for the least amount.
for the least amount school. Take note if anyone's paying
Good.
attention.
Very good.
Thank you so much for the call, Anonymous. Again, every year we do this around tax time. We always are enlightened where we learn
Yeah.
something new here.
And you might have somebody say, hey, you know what? I might want to look into that. Okay, so we go from the medical field to HR. Hi,
Ooh.
HR management partner. It's Elizabeth and Radar. We are playing Tell Us What You Do for a Living. We're going to guess how much you make. So how long have you been in this position?
Hi, I've been in this position about 3 years next month.
What does it mean by partner? Like you're one of the owners? You're one of the top people?
Nope. Nope. So I do not have any direct reports. I just partner with all of our leadership and all of our employees whenever they're needed for anything talent management related.
How big of a company are we talking here?
About 8,000 people.
Whoa!
Do people like when they see you and get your email, or is it like Toby from The Office?
They usually like to see me. I'm usually a positive experience.
God, no! Toby, get out!
Goodbye, Toby. Okay, and how did you go to schooling for this? What's your highest level of education?
Yep, I have a bachelor's degree in business.
And you've been in this job for 3 years, 8,000 employees.
That's a lot. And HR is a very, very important position with a company, especially one that big.
Off the top of my head, $75,000 a year. Elizabeth?
I'm going to say $100,000.
You 75, you were like very, very close.
Very
Pretty
close.
much there.
It should be
Wow.
100,000 because
Yeah.
you have to handle all the messes. What's the
Right?
craziest thing someone's ever come to you for? Now you're anonymous. Like, what are some of the situations you've had
The
to deal
business trip that had a hot tub deal with
with? Oh
it?
yeah, and somebody was untying the top of a bikini. We heard that story from another HR mixer.
Yes or no?
Honestly, there isn't a whole lot of crazy. I think the most bizarre things I've ever hear is reasons that people call into work.
Like
That's
what?
the craziest. Had one employee a number of years ago, not at the place I'm at now,
Okay.
when I was an intern, called
Sure.
in. He
Sure.
was extremely upset. His refrigerator broke in his wet bed. He was like in tears.
Oh,
I'm doing that tomorrow.
Okay, that's sad.
Elizabeth, I can't make it in my pizza.
But that clearly tells you there was other things going on. That was the tipping point.
My bubblers are warm.
Do you enjoy your job as an
I
HR
love my job.
manager?
I love my job. Yes.
Okay, well, we
Nice.
appreciate you calling in. We're going to take a quick
Mhm.
little song break and
Yeah, let's
come
play
back.
some.
We have got another profession here that we've never had call into the show before, ever. And I'm really curious to see what this person makes too. It's what do you do and how much do you make coming up?
414-432-1099.
How about the
That's
ultrasound?
crazy.
36 hours a week.
36 hours a week, 100 grand.
All right. So, Will, can you babysit line 3, 4, 5, and 7? Just tell them we're going to get to them in a second if they can hang on. I say Radar. Let's lead with number 5.
5 is the one, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's circle that
Interesting professions.
one. ESP
Hi, this is Nick. We will get to you in. Would you be able to hold on for just,
CFP would
like
be
a
my
couple
wife,
more minutes?
children, family.
Sorry to hear, Shelly, that it's a
Cool.
mess
All right.
out there in Watertown. Like I said, my in-laws were just
Hi, this is
flooded
the Mix.
out.
Thank you so much for holding. We will get to you in just a couple minutes if that's still all right.
so interesting.
Okay,
This is
perfect.
great stuff.
All right.
This is just so interesting to me. I couldn't. So 36 hours, is that
Hi, this is the
considered
Mix.
full time?
I think so because
Would you be able to-
my daughter was told at Children's,
Okay, cool.
yeah, if you're at 36, it's full time. So you can't go full time yet because you're not considered full time. So she's like at 30, sometimes 34,
Mhm.
but she can't get overtime until she hits that 36. That's what I was saying. And the FTE,
Okay.
full time employment 01 code,
How do you know the code?
because my wife also works under the Children's umbrella. She is an FTE.
Oh, that's how you know.
And so is, and then that's what Haley's going for. So if you see like FTE, oh no, it's 1.0. So FTE 0.5 is like part-time half.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I got that down, man.
All right, Mixers, we're going to go live on the air in 30 seconds.
You're gonna do a quick break. That was perfect.
And then we can grab those people during the commercial.
yeah.
But I say CSP. It's a
Well,
CSP
you're always in the
case
mood. This is
manager
playing right now.
for
I'll give you a little
schizophrenics.
sample real quick. I don't want to get busted, so I only gave you like 2 seconds so they can't catch me. CSP, we're coming to you next here. What do you do for a living? We're going to try and guess how much you make. You get Elizabeth and Radar. Tax season going on. It's always a fun game to play. So let's get to it with line number 5. You are a CSP case manager for those with schizophrenia.
Yes.
Okay.
What a profession to get into.
All right. So you don't have to, don't tell us how much you make. We're going to guess, but
What does
What-
the abbreviation mean? CSP?
Community support program. So basically with Milwaukee County, if someone is deemed that they need mental health
Mhm.
services, there's a couple of levels. This is the highest level of support.
I have an
Wow.
idea already of what I'm going to guess because my wife is a case manager with children's.
Wait, let me ask you a
hospital.
question. What is one of the biggest misunderstandings that people that the public have about those with schizophrenia that you'd like to clear up for all of us?
They're not dangerous necessarily. They're
Mhm.
very misunderstood.
Mhm.
Misunderstood.
And
Okay.
most people who have mental illness have suffered a lot of trauma throughout their whole life.
Mm.
Abuse from maybe their family, from when they were children, especially if they're older adults. They were really mistreated when people didn't understand mental illness, 50 years ago.
Oh yeah. Right.
So
Right. That wasn't
just
talked
hearing
about.
that-
It wasn't talked about 40, 50 years ago.
Yeah, I appreciate you sharing that because there is definitely that misunderstanding. So thank you for enlightening us with that and doing what you do, which I imagine is a very hard job, but I'm sure rewarding at times too.
Yes, definitely.
Good,
I mean, especially if you can implement change, help people progress and find
Yes.
new ways to be successful where they
Yes.
previously struggled.
Sure.
Right.
Good deal. So
Okay,
you have
so-
a degree.
I have a master's degree
A
in
master's.
forensic psychology,
Ooh, and how long have you been doing this?
2.5 years.
Okay. And I've heard from case managers / what people may say social workers is that you're not paid enough. So even
No,
with
you're
that,
not paid enough.
even with that master's degree, I'm going to say $45,000 a year.
Oh my gosh, I sure hope it's more than that.
You deserve more than
You
that.
do, for
but
sure.
From what I've heard, I'm going to start there.
I'm gonna say $1. No, I'm kidding. Wrong game.
Oh!
Price is right.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 52,000.
That's very close.
52 is close. 50 is so like close to 60, somewhere in
What
that,
is it?
that window.
Less than 60.
Oh, less than 60.
my
Okay, so
gosh.
you're in the 50s.
You should absolutely be making more money.
Yes.
You probably already feel that way as well. But do you enjoy your job?
Most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you mentioned, you said there's some rewarding parts of it, but thank you for what you do because it's not easy.
And for advocating for these
It
people.
takes special people to do what you're doing.
It really, really does. And we appreciate you listening. And this, every time we do this every year, again, it's always really enlightening. It
Mhm.
is. And thank you so much for explaining and sort of opening our eyes
Yeah.
to what people that are struggling with schizophrenia, maybe
Absolutely.
what they wish that they could tell other people. So thank you for being that voice for them as well here on the show.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Thanks, you too.
Fascinating.
All right.
Okay, so let's grab these folks here. Excuse me for coughing. We've got line 3.
Veterinary assistant, welcome to the game that we call Tell Us What You Do. We're going to guess how much you make. So, veterinary assistant, did you have to go to school for this?
No, but in most states you have to go to school for at least 2 years. Wisconsin is a state where you don't need to.
So, you just walked right in and said, I want a job, and they, boom, gave it to you?
Well, I started as a veterinary receptionist and I worked my way up.
You worked your way-
Interesting. Oh,
okay.
you worked your way up. So how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing it for about 4 years.
Okay. Is it full time?
Yes.
What's the cutest pet you saw this week?
Honestly, probably a little Siamese kitten.
Aw.
A little Siamese kitten, adorable.
Kitty.
Okay, and is this a really big vet clinic or is it kind of smaller?
We're owned by a really big corporation, but the clinic itself is pretty small.
And did we ask if it's full time or not?
Yes, it's
Yes,
full
it's
time.
full time.
It
Yeah.
is full time.
Okay.
I'm going to say 40,000 a year.
Vet assistant. Boy, you're right there with it there. I'll go a little bit lower and say $35,000 a year.
Yeah, that's about right.
Is it?
Is it? No, hang on. A salary like that. Do you have another job to supplement your income?
No, I don't. Unfortunately, I'm working on being certified, so then I can, do all of the important things like monitor anesthesia, things like that.
Wow.
And that'll
Oh,
get you a little bit
after
more money,
that.
I bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Well,
Good.
and what a job that I'm sure you enjoy. Like I said, you're with the cute animals. You get to be there for the people and support them.
But you're
and-
also there for the sad times too, so that's got to be tough.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, thank you for doing what you're doing. Good luck with everything you're working towards.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening. Bye.
We're gonna stay in the medical. Well, we're gonna go from pets to radiology technologist. Is this for humans? Okay, just want to make sure there wasn't like a pet.
There are so many fancy titles. And what is your highest level of education for this job?
I have an associate's degree,
And
So-
how long have you been doing it?
10 years.
And it's at full time.
Yes,
All right.
Is it with
Okay.
a big hospital or like a private clinic?
big hospital.
A big hospital.
Well, we did
Ah.
have the ultrasound tech
That's
that was making
making
some pretty good coin.
$100,000.
I'm gonna start with 80,000 for you, Elizabeth.
Radar. That's like exactly what I was going to say. So I'll go 75,000.
75,000. Yep.
Oh,
You nailed
we got
it.
one right
Look
off
at
the
that.
bat.
Right off
And
the bat.
what is the best part of your job?
Do you want to know more what I do?
Sure.
Sure, lay it on us.
So layman's terms, I'm an x-ray tech. So I take pictures of bones all day.
Oh my gosh. Do you love it?
I love it.
What made you want to do that?
Let me just, because I'm getting back. My phone is,
Are you on the job right now?
I am. I just walked in.
Don't risk that $75,000 a year job by talking to us.
Oh, wait, you're looking at somebody's bones right this second?
No. I just walked in. I just turned on my machine. Basically, you go to school. X-ray tech is a stepping stone for you to specialize in all the modalities. Ultrasound is a little different schooling. It's separate.
Gotcha.
How
How long is a radiology technologist degree?
If you go through an associate's program through one of the technical colleges, it's 2 years.
It's 2
The
years.
2 years. Okay.
Got it.
Associates
Yeah.
you mentioned. Yeah. Okay.
Well, we
So
we
let me-
love hearing from people that are enjoying their jobs. When people have to
Yeah.
go into those appointments, for patients, it can be very anxiety filled, nerve wracking,
Yeah.
all of the above, stressful, especially depending on what kind of news they're looking for, what could have
Yeah.
happened. And you sound like someone that really cares. So that's
Yeah.
awesome. And thanks for doing what you're doing for those patients.
But this is a huge demand right now for anybody that's looking into the healthcare career.
Tell
I
'em.
know nursing is,
Right.
but radiology is also.
Yeah. All
And
those healthcare positions I see those pop up all the time. And my daughter's telling me about it because she's going to graduate from nursing school. And she's like, Dad,
Yeah.
there are so many people they're hiring.
There's always
Yeah.
a need. And
Amazing.
$75,000 is a good salary.
Yeah, it is.
Good
Yeah.
salary.
Mhm.
Great job.
Well,
thanks for doing what you do.
For doing that. And thank you so much for listening and calling in.
Yes, of course.
Love it. Love it. All right, mixers. We are going to take a quick little break. We're in commercials right now. We will be back in a few minutes. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that game. We always get a kick out of it every year.
Yeah.
There's always one that calls where we're like, what? Pretty fascinating. All right. Thanks so much. We'll be back in about less than 10 minutes.